Ah, don't worry, my friends. Call it karma, call it fate, or even divine justice. Life doesn't let people like that escape unchecked forever. Sooner or later, others will enter their lives, mirror images of the roles they played in yours. The cheaters, the manipulators, the ones who tear others down just to feel slightly taller. They'll finally experience what it's like to stand on the other side of the games they played so gleefully. And let me tell you, nothing cuts deeper than being served a dose of your own medicine. There's a certain poetry to it. But understand, their punishment, it won't come from you. No, you've become too strong, too free to waste even a moment on them. Instead, the hands of those they once trusted, the ones they believed were safe, will deliver it. How ironic that the fortress they built for themselves becomes their prison. How poetic that their laughter will transform into cries when the betrayals they handed out come crashing back on them. And here's the most satisfying part. You won't need to lift a finger. Revenge, it won't even cross your mind. The universe, in its perfect balance, will take care of everything. It's almost amusing, really. They hurt you because they thought they could, mistaking your kindness for weakness. But now, they walk headfirst into the storm they themselves created. Let them sink in it. Picture those smug faces, the ones that mocked your pain, twisting into anguish as they taste the bitterness they so easily served you. It's not that you wished for this. You simply stepped aside and let the natural order unfold. And oh, how beautifully it's unfolding. A spectacle of poetic justice so perfect it might bring tears to your eyes if it weren't so deeply satisfying. They'll learn what it feels like to be doubted, dismissed, and shattered into pieces that can never quite fit back together. When they cry out for understanding, all they'll hear is the echo of their own cruelty haunting them. And the best part? You won't even witness it. You'll be too busy thriving, living, and moving forward. While they reread the same painful chapters, you'll be writing a story filled with brighter colors and louder laughter. Their downfall, it will come at the hands of others who will reflect back the very coldness and apathy they once showed you. Let them sit in their quiet, agonizing regret, realizing they've lost something irreplaceable. They'll try to fill the void with distractions, but nothing will replace what they threw away. This justice doesn't need an audience. It doesn't require your validation. Their punishment is already unfolding, perfectly orchestrated by the universe. People who hurt others inevitably attract that same energy back into their lives. Call it a universal law, if you will. They created chaos for you, and now chaos walks beside them. Their days will be filled with doubt, their nights haunted by regret. Every fleeting moment of joy will sour. Every relationship will crumble, just as hope begins to bloom. They might try to escape, but they can't. Their actions aren't just a stain on their soul. They're a beacon for the world to see. And others will respond in kind, mirroring their own behavior back to them. The cycle they began will come full circle. Their tears, their pleas, their sorrow, it's not yours to bear. You've been freed from that burden. And as they spiral into the consequences of their actions, you'll soar higher, leaving them behind in a haze of regret and self-inflicted misery. They'll think of you, the chances you gave them, the kindness they abused. But you'll be gone, thriving in a life that no longer includes them. And that, my friends, is the ultimate victory. Their regret will be their punishment, and your happiness will be your revenge. Let them wonder, let them squirm, let them carry the weight of their choices. While they're drowning in the chaos they created, you'll be basking in the peace they once tried to steal from you. Because in the end, your indifference is the most poetic revenge of all. And one day, when the dust has settled and they find themselves sitting amidst the ruins of their own making, they'll think of you, not as someone they despised or dismissed, but as the one who slipped through their fingers. They'll remember the love you offered so freely, the patience you extended even when they didn't deserve it, and the countless chances you gave them to do better. They'll replay those moments over and over, searching for the point where it all went wrong. But the truth will stare them in the face. They didn't lose you. You walked away. Because you understood your worth. Because you chose yourself. Because you knew there was a brighter future waiting for you without them in it. The same arrogance they used to hurt you will now become their torment. They'll question why they acted as they did, why they believed they could toy with your emotions without consequence. But they'll find no answers. Only the cold, hard reality that they underestimated you. Your success, your joy, and your peace will sting them more than any words or actions ever could. Every time they see you thriving, they'll feel the weight of what they've lost. Not because they want to harm you, but because it reminds them of their own failure. You'll become the benchmark, the one they compare everyone to. The one who showed them love, resilience, and grace, only for them to throw it all away. And isn't that the greatest justice of all? Their punishment isn't in what they lose. It's in seeing you live a life they'll never be part of again. While they remain shackled to the consequences of their actions, you'll rise, unburdened and unstoppable. So let them wonder, let them regret, let them sit with the weight of their mistakes. And as they struggle to find meaning in the chaos they created, you'll be writing the next chapter of your life, one filled with light, love, and the peace they could never offer you. That, my dear friends, is the ultimate victory.